What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for jumping into another episode with us. Thank you for being here. My name is Josh, and I am just your average Joe day trader. Guys, we had some really great success with a couple of the videos we recently posted. We started our training series on candlesticks. I asked you guys to go check that out. We started with the doji candles, and we're going to be working through several other videos of candlestick training. We also have the charting video, Simplified Charting, where I share with you how I actually chart and how I build and place my support and resistance levels. And then also, if you're a first time in this channel or watching this video for the first time, then if you like what you see here, go to the intro video, our very first video, where you can learn all about my strategy, how I get in and out of the best day trade stocks, make money every single day that I trade, and love taking profit and love talking about those stocks. In my experience, my financial journey, not financial advice for you, but just sharing with you guys what I'm doing day in and day out to increase my bank account and increase the potential for retirement one day. So with that said, in one of the last videos I made, guys, I shared with you what would Monday bring. And this Monday, May 19th, did not let us down in many ways, guys. Several of the stocks that I told you that I would be in and out of day trading had some really significant and real nice momentum success in day trades. I made some really good money today. And you would kind of think, if you looked at the market, everyone, for the most part, including me, thought that the market was going to be a pretty considerable red day. And there were a lot of stocks and a lot of sectors that ran down. But if you know which stocks to look at and you're paying attention and you know your resistance and support levels and you know how to read candlesticks and you know how to look at the patterns, then you can pretty much trade any stock and make money in it in an up stock market or a down stock market. Whether it's up or down for me doesn't really matter. I look at the S&P 500 at night. I look at it in the morning. I make some, opinion based decisions on how I'm going to trade based on what I see the S&P 500 doing. I also look at Nvidia, because you guys know I love to be in tech stocks, and APLD, BBAI, those types of stocks are really my favorite ones to be in and out of. SoundHound, Serve Robotics, okay? And if you understand what's happening with the S&P 500, you pretty much can look at your trend analysis and understand what's going to happen with those stocks each day based on that trend. Well, that's what I do, guys. I look at stocks to see what's the trend. I look at it over 30 days. I look at the moving averages, but I'm more so paying attention to how many days did it run up versus how many days did it run down, and what is it doing at open every day. Is a specific stock dropping down first thing in the morning, and then after the first 15, 20, 30, 45 minutes of stock being open, the stock market being open, does it run up? APLD is a great example of that. Most days in trending, it runs a little bit down and then it turns around and comes up. I made money in APLD today exactly like that. And I'm going to show you in a minute the charting so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So this video, obviously a Monday recap. We had a lot of news sentiment and stuff going on in the news today. And it really created sort of, I think, more confusion than anything else. So I've never sort of showed you guys my screen when I screen record, but I'm going to show you today. I always go in and look at, again, I look at Yahoo Finance News. I look at basically Google and ask, hey, what happened in the stock market today that affected the stock market? And here are a lot of those stories that came up. Matter of fact, let's click on more news. So CNBC says the S&P 500 ekes out sixth winning day as investors look past the U.S. credit downgrade. And if you guys know, on Friday, there was a report by Moody's that basically said that they were lowering the United States credit rating. And so that affected the stock market in a small part, not really too much, but it does cause enough concern or fear in the market. And that's exactly what people love to do, especially the wealthy. They want to create fear in the market so that we run scared, we sell off, we do not want to trade, and the wealthy jump in and they buy everything and scoop everything up really cheap and make all that money. And we sit there on the sideline trying to understand what the heck just happened to us. So don't let that be you guys. That is advice, but not financial advice. Understand what you're doing, do your homework and your research. I do. Investopedia said, market news, May 19th, S&P 500 closes higher for the sixth straight day after stocks rebound from an early slump as investors digest the U.S. credit rating news. Okay. Let's see. Morningstar talks about different stocks to buy under the Trump's trade deals. The Guardian says stock markets and U.S. dollar drop and bond yields rise after U.S. credit rating downgrade. Okay. Let's see. The Mint said trade set up for Nifty 50 to global markets, 5 stocks to buy or sell on Monday. So they talk about different stocks based on the 50 Nifty. Let's see. The Dow closes nearly 400 points higher after the Fed says 2 rate cuts are still in the cards for 2025, right? So let me go on the soapbox again for a minute, okay? Jerome Powell, our Fed chair, always gets in front of the podium and crashes the stock market because as soon as he even so much as winks or looks at us, the market starts to run and it drops down, okay? So now he's going to say, hey, I've been saying no tax cuts, no cut rates. We're not going to do anything with it. The economy's really good, all these things. No. And him and Trump, are banging heads and cracking horns. And then all of a sudden, we're going to say basically that the Fed says 2 rate cuts are still in the card for 2025. Does anybody else sort of not understand all that? Do you guys follow what I'm saying? Am I crazy? Am I the one that's like totally just not grasping exactly what's going on with all this? Hey, cut the Fed, cut the rates. Cut the rates. Let's go. Help the economy. Let's go. Cut the rates. Anyway, okay, off the soapbox. Then we go to Yahoo Finance. And guys, I love to go to Yahoo Finance here because I always look at the sectors. I want to see, what did good, what did not. I will tell you that this morning, we knew going into the stock market that stocks to watch today were the quantum stocks. Okay. And I'm going to put a list of those stocks up here that I was looking at as far as quantum stocks go. So you get an idea of what I'm talking about. So quantum stocks like major tech category, IBM, Alphabet, which is Google, Microsoft, Intel, Amazon, NVIDIA. Those are major tech companies, right? Then we have our pure play category, which is Ionic, Rigetti, D-Wave Quantum, QUBT Quantum, Arcit Quantum, and then you have the other exposures, the ones that sort of have some dealings with quantum technology and quantum stock companies like Honeywell, Lockheed Martin, Alibaba, AT&T, and the BT Group. These were the ones I was looking at this morning, but this is like a whole nother video and a whole nother series. But guys, you have to understand the market to know enough what you should be looking at when you're doing your trading. I share with you the day trade stocks I'm going to be looking at that I get in, day out to buy those stocks and make money on, and I do. But I also look to see what else is going on in the market. Where else can I grab a quick $100, $500, whatever it may be? And the quantums were the way to go. And if you look here, when it comes to sectors, so, technology was one of the top sectors up today, 29.5%, with financial right behind it. And guys, I talk about those 2 sectors all the time, technology being APLD, NVIDIA, and all those. My dogs are going nuts. Not sure you guys can hear that. But so technology number 1, financial services number 2. And guys, what did I talk about in my video on Sunday about financial? What was I going to be day trading today? What was I looking at as a longer term hold today? Come on, guys. Okay. Chase, James, where are you guys? What am I talking about? That's right. SoFi. SoFi had an incredible run today, and we'll look at that in a minute. But if you kind of look here at all sectors, you see that it shows technology down a little bit by the end of the day, even though it did have a 29%, weight of the market. And then financial services finished up in the green. Okay. And then you can kind of see all these healthcare, industrial, utilities. And, what's really cool about Yahoo Finance, why I really like Yahoo Finance, is you can go over here and you can specifically look just at stocks, and it's going to give you all the stocks and their levels and their price change. I use this a lot. And guys, what's up there? Look at this. Check this out, right? NVIDIA. I said based on my quantum stocks, NVIDIA, QBTS. Okay, Palantir is in there. Rigetti, RGTI. Okay. Oh, look, guys, Ford is there. Hey, what's this? SoFi, check it out. Intel, SMCI. So anyway, guys, you got to do your homework. You got to really do your research and understand what you're looking at. Look at the news every day. Just sort of take a quick glance and kind of take a look at it. S&P 500 finished at 5,987 points, guys. Okay? You're talking 13 points away from 6,000. Now, I do have an opinion on what's going to happen with the S&P 500. I don't think tomorrow. I don't think next week. I don't know. But based on what we're seeing in the trending, the S&P 500 is going to have at some point a dump. It's going to come down. We're going to be looking at past resistance and support levels. Resistance levels become support levels. But I think it's going to happen. And that's okay because, again, remember, if you're a retail day trader and you're trading like I am, I welcome the down because the down brings cheaper stocks and it allows me the opportunity to buy more stocks at a cheaper price and make more money, cost per share as it goes up, and continue to wash, rinse, repeat. So let's get into the charts a little bit here. If I can get my thing to respond. Here we go. All right. So first things first, I told you guys that I would be in 100% SoFi. Here is SoFi, guys. Check this out. Look at what SoFi did today. Now, here's the thing about SoFi. I didn't purchase it for longer term hold today. I said I would Monday morning buy in for longer term hold because I'm waiting for it to get back down in the $12 range. I want it to hit back towards that $12.50 range. I'm not sure it's going to get there because it's a $19 stock all day long, according to the analysts. And I think that the coming down to $12 is not going to happen, especially with what you see happening today. Now, I'm on the 30-minute chart, so you can kind of see it from this perspective. But we opened the market today, okay, at 9:30 at $13.40. And it ran a wick all the way up to $13.86. And it pretty much stayed here, okay? This is a high, $13.78 today. Forget the wicks, okay? The wicks got to the wick. And then when you see a wick up like this, and if you guys followed my doji training, you see that this is actually almost a graveyard doji. And the buyers pushed it all the way to 1386, and the sellers pushed it all the way back down. And then it went into what? A red candle, followed by a red candle. But then the buyers win, and they took over. Okay, you have a traditional doji here, undecisive, but continued on and up. Anyway, watch that video. Learn about the candlesticks, guys. But what an amazing day for SoFi. To consider, it was at $13.27 in the pre-market and closed at $13.73. And even in the aftermarket, it's at $13.77. So did I buy long term? No, I did not, guys. Did I day trade SoFi? Yes, I did. And I got in right at market open and I let it ride for a while today. I sort of set it and let it, and I waited and I got out about, let's go here. I'll show you when I ride the 5-minute and the 1-minute candles. Okay. So right about here, it's at this 1381. Okay. And I thought it had more juice in it because it sort of did this run up, run down. And then as soon as I saw this major wick all the way down to $13.53, I sold and I got out of there. I actually sold it at $13.78. I was in it at about $13.50 some odd cents. Okay. So a good day for SoFi all the way around. Guys, keep an eye on it. Keep it as one of your good day trade stocks. I always look at the 15-minute. This is the best way to kind of understand it. But what a beautiful morning open that was. Next, I went to SoundHound. Okay. Let's take a look at SoundHound, guys. Let's see if I find my SoundHound. Where's my SoundHound? There it is. Okay. SoundHound had the reverse effect. of what SoFi was doing today. Okay. SoundHound was not traded by me today because it had a pretty decent horizontal from dropping down hard in the early morning hours all the way through to the open. And I basically told myself, it's running horizontal. I don't see an up on this. It's going to run red like we believe the market was going to with the S&P 500. And it ran down, and you had this monster 15-minute red candle. Let me show you what that looks like on the 5-minute. Okay. There it is. So you see this monster. And even with these ups, which you could have day traded some of this, I wasn't going to waste my time in it today, guys. So SoundHound started the day today with a wick all the way up to 1071, dropped all the way down to $10.23, spent the day running, closed out the market $10.27. It's up a little bit now, $10.32 in the post market, but was not a day trade stock for me, guys. Next, and I'm trying to go in the order of what I shared with you guys in the last video. Wolf, WOLF. Okay. Not a good day for WOLF today, and I stayed out of it. Look at the 15-minute. You can see that it followed the trend of SoundHound. And as soon as I saw that happening, again, I moved on. WULF, however, I made my money, because if you look at what WULF did today, it wicked down to 360, opened up at about 369, and I ran that one all day. Literally, I at one point said I was not worried about Wolf because I knew that it would, even if it came down, maybe tomorrow it would go back up, and I let it ride. And boy, was I so super happy to come back to it and see that it was running close to $4. So guys, I was in it at $3.72, ran it all the way up to the $4 mark and sold it. And that was a very, very nice day for WULF. And I'm hoping you guys made some money in WULF as well. The next one, and this one, not loving, not so happy with. And I'm going to tell you why. I've shared it in my other videos, but Webull. Okay. Webull, listen, any way you want to look at this in a 15-minute, yes, you could say it dropped down and you had an opportunity from $11.61 to ride this back up to $12.12. Yes, you could have, right? But I was too busy with Wolf and APLD. And I wasn't happy with these numbers because remember, I'm in this as a longer term hold on one of my other accounts at $13.50 per share. I was going to buy in and cost average down. I totally forgot to come back and do that, but I think it's fine because it closed at 11.91. It's having a nice post-market run up to 12.09, but we'll see what happens, and we'll make a decision tomorrow morning, Tuesday, what we're going to do with Webull. But again, this still, you had a really great opportunity to make some money here if you were in it early and watched it. Last but not least, we're going to go over APLD, my favorite. And guys, this is what I'm talking about right here. APLD had this bit of a drop down like it always does. Okay, very traditional. Let me go to the 5-minute. Okay, always has an opening drop. And then literally you can get into it, which I did. And I'm trying to think, I got into it about, I think I got in at around $6.57. And I let APLD do its work for me today. And I got out, I actually got, at one point, I thought she was going to make a turn somewhere here. Let me go to my 15-minute. Yep, I thought it was going to make a turn right here where we hit this larger red candle, and I sold out there about 678. So 657 to 678, made good money. Very happy with it. WULF, APLD, and SoFi were my three that I focused on and made money on, and I hope you guys did too. I'm going to be looking at SoFi again tomorrow. I'm going to be looking at APLD again tomorrow. I'm going to be looking at Wolf, WULF, and WOLF. Okay, now real quick, guys, I want to share with you two stocks that I've talked about already in several other videos that I've been trending and kind of taking a look at. So you may not see my support and resistance line here on the Webull account because I've been doing a lot of that on my E-Trade and my Robinhood account. But one of them is GTX. Again, like I share with you, Garrett Motion. It's a automotive company that makes turbochargers, technology-based turbochargers for vehicles. Guys, so far what I'm seeing with this one is it's a good day trade stock. You got to be a little bit careful with it. It's not as fast a mover, but some good opportunities up each day in this stock. Let me go to the 5-minute on it so you can see, some real good up momentum each day. Solid up momentum today. Could have really done well. I didn't trade it because, again, I like to trend and track all my companies and stocks before I really get into them. But I think I'm about ready to day trade GTX, so we'll see. The other one that I finally have made the decision on that I'm really happy with and excited about is CX, which is actually Cemex. It's a cement company. And they've had, again, also some really solid days, with my trending. Just about every day, with exception to a little bit, you can make some solid money. I mean, you guys are seeing this. Look at this. Up, up, okay, up. Of course, it has retests, but then up, okay, came back down. Amazing post pre-market, up, drops back down, but ran the rest of the day up, up. I mean, you guys see this, right? Okay, so CX, CMX, CEMEX, SAB is a good one. Probably going to be day trading this one as well. So anyway, just some ideas, things for you guys to take a look at, make some decisions, do your homework, do your research, not financial advice, guys. Hey, hope you had a good market day. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you did. And I hope that you guys are really, really making money. And I appreciate you guys being part of this. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And like I said, guys, comment away. Tell me what's going on. Share with me. I love that dialogue back and forth with you. I'm excited to hear about your journeys as I continue to share mine. Guys, have a great night. Average Joe, Josh out. Peace.